beautiful people, and today, as you can probably tell from the title, we finally got another High Boy video, Cars, explained by an idiot. I am the idiot that he is explaining it to. So, I'm not gonna really mess too much with this intro, so make sure to really like the video. If you really want to help and support me, you like the video, pushes that YouTube algorithm into spreading my videos out into more people. Now, make sure to also subscribe, and if you subscribe, make sure, just pop in every single once in a while, like if you see a new upload, just be like, I do hope that you kind of watch a little bit more than 20 seconds, but without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, bro. Oh, love the Kerchow, brother. Kerchow. Beautiful.
Welcome to Kaz. The movie starts out with Lightning McQueen psyching himself up for his big race, which if he wins the Piston Cup and this new deal with this new team, because their dude is Italian and Lightning is pretty good and shit. And in this race, for some reason, he starts out in the back, but he sides through the opposition in Le Race. Fans do the Mexican wave. They go to the bathroom. I don't know why they would need to go to the bathroom. I don't know why or how cars are born, or why they need taxis, buses, or caravans, or camper vans when there are no humans. That is beyond me, but
there is an unfathomable amount of conspiracy theories, and that these cars have brains and actual bodies inside of these metal shells. But we're not gonna go into that because it is very disturbing, as the Kerchow sign would say.
Whatever. There's a lot of more questions I have like this, and I'm gonna try my hardest not to ask them and move on. Now, McQueen's main rival other than the Superbird is Chick Dix, right? All three of them are in a three-way tie for the championship, okay? And Dick Chicks is a really dirty driver, cockface, and he essentially tries to murder McQueen and the rest of the field, but McQueen makes it through the wreckage and he jumps off another car, which is like basically trampolining off a corpse, just saying, and he makes it through and doesn't pit under the safety car like everyone else, which means he is in the lead right now. Then a bunch of laps later, he does pit, but does not pit for tires, only gas, the absolute fucking numbskull retard, and then goes out and somehow the tires hold up all the way to the last lap.
So that was a lot of damn foreshadowing for the third movie. Damn.
Blows. Chick Dix and Superbird get news of that, so they go pill to the metal while another tire explodes. McQueen tries to get their crawl pace while they're fucking zooming their way down the track, and they eventually cross the line together. After that, Lightning McQueen's being a dick in the post-race interview like, I'm a one-man show.
Why are we still here?
I don't need a team.
Just to suffer?
Yeah, well, fuck you, big guy. And his whole pit crew quits on him because he's a cunt. Then before they reveal the winner, he gets approached by two of his biggest fans, these two Miatas. Oh, I get it. They flashed him. Wait, does that mean when they did the Mexican wave, everybody whipped out their titties? Do they drive around at night with their tits out? Doesn't matter. Moving on. He ignores his voice.
Nobody really understands, like, the car anatomy that's portrayed in the show, but the headlights that you see right now on Lightning McQueen are actually stickers, I think. So, that's interesting.
While he's daydreaming about getting his team and being more famous and shit. And how the fuck is this tire print unique? You can literally buy the same rubber at any fucking store, you fucking idiots. Whatever. It is revealed that all three of them have won and they all get to go home with their own.
But as you can tell, it says Lightning McQueen underneath.
Not gonna happen. See, they are gonna have another race, three-way race, 200 laps in California, and who wins that gets the Piston Cup and the sponsorship shit. Then Bite My Ass Whipped Cream goes to his fucking trailer, but to get to it, he has to go through his anti-rust sponsorship tent, and he's like,
"Hey, Rusty Cars, this is not good for my image."
Bitch, they are your main sponsors. They are your image. I think we're way past that, buddy. Besides, isn't rust like cancer for cars? So what we're saying here essentially is that McQueen hates cancer patients. Listen, I'm just pointing shit out. Anyway, McQueen's like,
hey, that's valid. That is very valid. Dude, seriously? You're winning races for them. They're getting prestige. That means you're getting prestige with them, and then everybody likes you through them as well. So, suck it up.
Like, race cars don't need headlights because the track is always lit. Does that mean that McQueen has no tits? Okay, I'm gonna stop now. So he gets into his trailer and they hit the road. Life is a highway, country music, blah, 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 blah. His Mack truck, after a long stint of driving, wants to stop and take a nap so he can continue another long day of driving. But McQueen is such an ignorant little prick. He forces him to keep driving through the night. Fucking Jeff Bezos piss in a bottle type beat. Also, where the fuck is this camera? What the fuck is Max staring at here? Whatever. We get another empty road in the movie about fucking cars, for God's sake. And if you try to say this is nighttime and nobody's out, not even a minute later we get this shot with a highway busy as shit, so fuck you. Anyway, cut the snaps to the whiskey. Mac falls asleep for a moment and some goons mess with him and McQueen falls out the truck by accident, and by the time he is awake he's already in the middle of the road and far away from Mac, and he tries to run back to him, and somehow he has so much confidence in this truck being the truck. This is Mac, although it's identical to all other trucks on the fucking road. So he falls it off the interstate and finds out that it isn't Mac, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta go back to the interstate. And instead of going back the way he came, where he knows the interstate is, he goes this way. What a genius. Then a cop gets onto his
very smart gamer move right there.
ass because he's driving too fast and the old timer keeps backfiring and shit, so Lightning thinks he's getting shot at, so he doesn't stop. No, you fucking idiot. I know you're red, but you're clearly white. No cop's gonna open fire on you that fast. Anyway, he makes it to
Oh.
This tiny town in ruins because he's a panicking Anakin running over shit and destroying businesses and crap. Destroying the road itself then was Stanley's massive cock. Shortly after Stanley gets slingshotted. Shortly after Stanley gets slingshotted peacefully back to his resting place, while Lightning traps himself in like electrical wiring shit. I forgot what it's called. Then next day he gets towed to court. I don't know how he's getting towed from the back with a boot on his front tires, but maybe they took it off and on again at the court and shit. Doesn't matter. He's in court and the lawyer is appointed to him. And at first Doc Hudson, who's like the big cheese of this town, wants him out of his town for some reason, but then a Porsche, whatever way you want to pronounce it, comes in. McQueen thinks she's for him, so he tries to schmecks her up and smooth talk her little, but little does he know, she's actually against him. She's a town lawyer, attorney, or
Beautiful.
something, and she convinces Doc to make him fix the road. Then Mater goes,
"Oh man, you get to work with Bessie. I'd give my left two lug nuts or something like that."
nah, he's talking about his balls. I'm old now. I can understand these dirty jokes in kids movies. So McQueen is gonna pull Bessie around to make the fucking road. And why isn't Bessie sentient exactly? The fuck? Doesn't matter. Because Lightning makes a break for her after getting freed from the boot by Mater before he gets hooked up to Bessie. But no worries because they siphon just enough gas out of his tank for him to run out of gas right at the exact location where the cop hides with Sally. So they take him back and hook him up to Bessie and he gets to work. Shouldn't he first scrape off the old bad road and then apply this like sticky gooey stuff for the asphalt to adhere? Whatever, fuck it, who cares? Two customers come to town by accident and Lightning scares them, so they... Why do they need to do that? In fact, why do they even have doors? Well, there are no humans in this universe. See, these are the questions I'm telling you about. See, these are fucking... So McQueen's like, fuck this shit, I gotta finish this road fast. And he big dicks it with his otherwise silent V8 blaring loudly. He must be some sort of hybrid or some shit. Anywho, he finishes the road and it's pretty crap but done, so he's like, let me go now. But Doc's like, fuck no, road's trash. Hey man, I'm a high-end racing machina. I can't be doing this shit. Alright there, legend. Then let's have a race. If you win, you leave. And if I win, you keep that vagina you call a mouth shut and you build that road proper. Deal. So they go on a dirt oval and as it turns out...
I wish that's how the movie actually went. That would have been 10 times more entertaining.
Dickweed McQueen can't turn for shit on dirt, and he ends up eating shit in a ditch with a bunch of cactuses, or cacti. Google will help you out with the plural of that word. I'm too lazy.
Cacti.
Anyway, he must now build a good road, nice and slow, over the course of 5 days. So he gets to work scraping off the old shit he did, and finishes a tiny portion of it overnight. And then he disappears. Not really, he just asks the sheriff to go to the dirt oval again to try and make the turn that he never could make, and never does make. So the doc tries to explain to him in the dumbest way possible how to make that turn. And you know what's really retarded? That in a movie about sentient living cars, drifting, oversteer, understeer, basically everything car control related is not common knowledge for a fucking race car. That's like Usain Bolt not knowing.
There's at least 50 different skills that you can have in car racing.
Run with scissors. You learn that type of crap in your infancy. Don't run with scissors, brush your teeth before bed, and don't stick your dick in an electrical socket. Also, I already saw Lightning countersteer to correct a slide multiple times before, so this is kind of bullshit. Anyway, he continues fixing...
But it's on dirt, less traction, and the dirt underneath moves a lot more than asphalt.
the road, and Sally offers him a cone to stay in her
Haha, gotcha, high boy.
hotel-themed...
Battle of the Idiots.
Cone themed hotel. There. Then he notices she got a tramp stamp and he like, you dirty gal, dirty hog. You dirty gal. After that, Mater takes some tractor tipping but McQueen got in the horn, so he scares them using his big honkin' V8 and accidentally tips the whole fucking field. Then they get chased around by Franku, the combine harvester or whatever, and look at that, he's turning on dirt. They get back and Mater just exuding with big dick.
Right, but it's drifting on dirt, there's the difference.
She shows him how to drive in reverse at mad speeds. The next day, after some night terrors, Lightning McQueen goes to get his fuel rations from the sheriff, but he busy getting checks for STDs and shit. So McQueen's like, grr, angry, heck, kick, and stumbles upon a discovery in Doc's garage that he is the great Hudson Hornet with not one but 3 piston cups to his name. Then the dog catches him like, sign says, stay out, cunt. Dude, you're the Hudson Hornet. Hudson Hornet? I haven't heard that name in years. That's my past, it's not who I am now, so get the fuck out, bitch. So Bite Me Shaquille goes back to the townspeople, telling them about his discovery while Doc watches and nobody believes him. Then Sally fills Lightning up with some liquid, usually it's the other way around if you catch my drift. I'm disgusting. So
get your mind out of the gutter.
We get some go-go juice and she trusts him enough to not run off with it and go on a scenic drive with her, and thankfully her trust is not misplaced. They go on the scenic drive, canyon carving, breaking multiple speed limits I presume, and end up at an old motel. She's like, I used to be a dumb LA bitch, but now I'm here and I can't leave because I'm in love with this place. Cool story, right? Yeah, totally. And she longs to see what the town was like before the interstate was made and everybody had to pass Radiator Springs to get to LA.
What happened? The town got bypassed just to save 10 minutes of driving.
Oh, shut the fuck up, guy. You think the entire interstate saved just 10 minutes of time? Fuck out of here with your horrible estimations of time, you dumb bitch. Later on...
Bro, look at the map. Look at that map. You see how many squiggles? That's worse than my spine. And then look at the straight line. I'm pretty sure that saves more than 10 minutes.
You think the entire interstate saved just 10 minutes of time? Fuck out of here with your horrible estimations of time, you dumb bitch. Later on, back in town, Mater has somehow found a way to get a bunch of tractors loose, and while getting one back, Lightning sees Doc about to flex his muscles. So he forgets about the tractor and watches him turn on dirt, and he's like, teach me, sensei. But Doc's like, fuck you, room. And we find out that Doc had a big crash at the peak of his car rear. Haha, get it? Puns, very funny puns.
Beautiful,
yes.
beautiful.
He had a huge crash, and when he got fixed and came back, his team already moved on to another dude, and he kind of got mad about that, and he's still salty to this day. What I'm curious about is how he came here and became Doc Hudson. Anyway, shut the hell up and fix the goddamn road, you piece of fuck, says the Doc. And next day, he gets the road done in like 3.5 days out of 5. Give or take half a day. Good, not bad, because he pulled an all-nighter. And the whole town thinks he left, and they're very sad about that. Turns out he's not really gone. He's still here, and he's gonna help him out by buying something from all-day businesses. Then how the fuck have you stayed in business for all this time? This shit makes no fucking sense. And how's
No one knows. No one knows. No one knows. Movie logic.
McQueen
Movie
paying for
logic.
shit? Does he have a credit card on him or something? If so, why couldn't he just pay for the road damages? Or wait, this guy actually got me thinking. Don't you get like one phone call? One he calls agent or Peak No Sense. Peak No Sense was made right here. Whatever. He gets some sick white walls from the Ouija's, gas from the hippie, and military shit from Sarge, and paint job from Ramon. Wait a minute. Just laying down paint like that? No sanding, no primer, no base coat. What the fuck? Ramon don't know what the fuck you're doing, essay. Whatever. He also helps them set up the old neon lights to surprise Sally, like the good old times, and they cruise around, have a good time, and suddenly the Paps arrive, right? The press is here. And so is Mac. Then Lightning McQueen's agent calls him and tells him to get back and jizz because the race and stuff. And McQueen's pretty bummed out because he got cock blocked by his stardom or whatever the car cock equivalent is. Anyways, he's kind of forced into his trailer, and Sally finds out that Doc is the one who called the press, so technically he's the source of the cock blockage. And now the whole town is sad, all thanks to you, Doc Cunson. Now over to California. It is race day, and Mac is Lightning's pit crew, which is a pretty shitty deal, but hey, it's better than nothing. And when the race starts, Lightning can't focus because he's too busy thinking about the booty cheeks he didn't get to clap, or maybe the rear fender cheeks. Same thing. But then he sees Doc and some of the peeps from the town as his pit crew, and he's like, yay. Then he pits for the most useless fucking pit stop on planet Earth, lap 1, so they could just basically tell him, hey, you could do this. Yeah, thanks, cunt. It's not like you can say that on a fucking radio or anything. Now he's a lap down. He has to. You're the reason he's a lap down. You think experienced race car like Hudson would not make this mistake, but no. So he makes it out to...
But Hudson exactly knows how fast McQueen is. McQueen is so much faster that he actually makes up the lap pretty quickly.
Make up that lost lap, shitty ass, dumbass, stupid decision, and everybody gawks at Mr. Cock Hudson. And eventually Lightning does make up the difference and reel in the leaders. Then Dick Chick spins him out, but Lightning passes him in reverse. I really highly doubt that race cars can go over 150 miles an hour in reverse, but who gives a shit at this point? He spins back...
That's why his max speed is around 200.
Out and straightens out, and some more day racing from Dick Chicks. He blows McQueen's tires out, and yellow comes out, cause that is a totally valid reason to bring out the fucking yellow. Doesn't matter though, because the fucking best part of the movie's coming up right now, okay? So he goes into the pits, and Guido's about to show them fucking green bitches how it's done. He goes... fucking thin, nasty little hose, and that allows...
Where did the tires come from?
McQueen to get right in front of the pace car with 10 laps
mind.
to go. He catches up to them in these laps, and on the last lap, Mr. Dickhead Racing gets them all out of shape. Lightning McQueen goes on the grass, and he enters what some would call a hectic skid. And he counter-steers, and wow, learning moment, he can fucking drift and controls it, gets back on the fucking track, he's in first place. But then even more dirty racing from Chick, he fucking spins out the king, sends him flying and crashing into the fucking dirt. Massive cunt move, and McQueen sees this on the big screen, and he stops right before the finish line, and Chick crashes into him, and they fucking explode and die in a gigantic, which hands Chicken Dick the win, while he goes back to push the Superbird across the finish line because the King's gotta finish his last race. Fuck yeah, sportsmanship baby. Chick wins, but no one gives a single shit. Lightning still gets offered the Dynaco deal, but declines cause family. Vin Diesel. Oh, yeah. Important question though, why the fuck isn't Sally here? Doesn't matter. Mater rides in a helicopter, Michael Schumacher cameo, fantastic. This movie gets 7 lug nuts out of 7 fuck nuts.
I think that's a 9 out of 10. Pretty good 9 out of 10 if you ask me. But of course, that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely know I did. I always enjoy High Boy, and if I can ever find another High Boy that I have not reacted to, I will definitely do that. Make sure to comment of what you guys would like to see next, and do all the stuff I said in the beginning. And without further ado, I hope you have a fantastic night, day, whenever it is for you, and see you in the next.